this time, James is choosing from Adopting Terror, The Redeemer, and Channel 13. Which one do you want? Oh. I think we got a clear winner there.
Uh-oh. Don't need it.
The Redeemer. Hello and welcome to another 31 Days of Horror 2019 video. James has chosen The Redeemer. Our third Code Red title in a row, apparently. Son of Satan. I'm guessing this has something to do with Satan. It's a devil movie. Thoughts before we go into it?
I'm not gonna like it. It's gonna be stupid.
You're not gonna like it. It's gonna be stupid. This says guilty of the same gaping plot holes and cardboard characterizations as any other. Nothing is ever adequately developed or explained, so the film becomes memorable for its opacity alone. Oh boy. This is a silly, sanctimonious slasher film with a silly, apocalyptic theme. There's consequently nothing remotely original about this film. Two reviews that they actually put on the freaking case, which means those are the best ones they had.
Oh my god, why did I agree to this before?
Or they're just trying to say, hey, this movie's so bad you gotta watch it. I don't know if those were warnings, attempts. Well, this is Code Red. This could be attempts at humor. I don't know. What do you think? You think it's funny? Okay. He's going with this is going to be funny, bad. Right? And he just wants to eat it. That's how much he wants this. He's going to follow it until he really wants to eat this movie. Like, so bad. Yeah. So, yeah. Based off of those two things on the back, I'm not expecting anything good about this one. But I do like that puppet. It's got a pretty cool looking puppet on the back cover here. So, ooh, fingers crossed. Can we cross fingers yet? No. He just wants to eat the movie. Maybe that's what we should just feed the movie to James, and then we won't have to watch it. What do you think? Of course you want to eat it. Why am I asking you? Anyways, we're going to check this movie out right now, and we'll come back and let you know what we thought of it. Or James may eat it in the meantime. Either way, we'll come back and let you know what happened.
Don't tease him.
And we're back from watching The Redeemer, Son of Satan. Yes.
Half watching.
Half watching. Film's from 1978, so it's early slasher. Runs just under an hour and a half. And I don't know if this is what you call a career killer, but most of the people involved in this film either did absolutely nothing else or almost absolutely nothing else. It's directed by Konstantin Gochis, writer William Vernick. Neither have done anything else. In the acting department, we got Damian Knight, Nick Carter, no, not that Nick Carter, Nikki Barthen, Michael Hollingsworth, Gur Patterson, T.G. Finkbender, Christopher Flint, Richard Timmons, Jessica Biel, Eric Kojnis, and some other bunch of people who were even lesser known. The only person who really did anything after this, I'm not saying like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, I'm talking like something, is Jeanette Arnett, who actually has a career. Amazingly enough, out of everybody out of this film, she actually has a career. Still going. Still going. In fact, she was most recently in the 2018 TV series Heathers. But yeah, she's done television, she's done movies. If you watched Extant with what's her face in it? I can't remember what was it? I don't know. I can't remember her name. But she played Anya Sparks or Anya Sparks. She was in Justified. The Mentalist, Cold Case, all those type of things. Criminal Minds, Lost. You can go and she's constantly doing one-off cameos and such like that. But she also did, movies like Pay It Forward, Finding Kelly, Boys Don't Cry. Not that they were big roles for her. I mean, she could have just been like nurse in the background or something like that, right? But she's still like working. In terms of bigger roles, she played Glynis in Ladybugs. Remember that?
Oh my god, I saw that at the theater.
In that comedy
Rodney Dangerfield.
with Rodney Dangerfield, yes. She played Patricia in the TV movie Flight 90, Disaster on the Potomac. That was a pretty big film movie when it hit televisions. She was in Dwight Tina in the Brave New World TV movie. But yeah, when it comes to genre stuff, this is most of it. This film was most of it, outside of the television stuff that I mentioned previously. So that being said, why is it that these people never went on to do anything else? Was it that the experience of making this film was so bad, or was it just maybe they got some harsh criticism after making it? I don't know, but essentially, this film is about 6 people who go to what they think is their high school reunion, only to find out that they're dying off one by one by one. Yes, being killed by the Redeemer. That portion of the film I have no problems with. It's not bad. In fact, that type of theme or story type of thing has been done before, but in relation to this film, we're going to say after. This is the precursor. They essentially copied this movie. Were they done better? Perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps. Well, let's just say, but this was like the first movie coming and essentially doing that, as far as I know, in terms of the slasher, because this is like early slasher. I don't think there's much in terms of too many films that actually predate this one. Couple, but not many. So yeah, whole idea of going back, high school reunion, or being in high school, or somebody knocking off high school people, or high school reunions, or whatever. Yes, may not seem very new, but at the time it was. Where this movie kind of goes off the rails is the opening and the closing. The film opens with a boy walking out of a lake or river, fully clothed, and getting on a bus in the middle of nowhere, which takes him to a church, where he then proceeds to get bullied before singing in a choir. Cut to the 6 individuals, each doing their little backstory, so you get an idea of who they are, and then they all show up at this high school for this high school reunion. And then you get the whole high school reunion film, and then guess what? That kid who was singing in the choir is back at the end of the movie. And there's a priest there, and I'm guessing this is supposed to be taking place after the fact. So the beginning and the end of the film take place after the middle of the film, I think. And this kid, is he the son of Satan? He just walked out of a river fully clothed, And so he, I don't know, the priest that he meets up with at the church and has this big sermon about sins and people should die for their sins or something, which is essentially what happens through the whole middle portion of the movie. There's some kind of relationship between the boy and the priest. I don't know, but they exchange extra digits. Yeah. Essentially, the priest has an extra thumb, and then the boy has the extra thumb, and then the boy gets on the bus after leaving his dead classmate in the back of a Bible salesman's car, gets on his bus, goes back to his river, and walks into the river. And of course, we do have some words over top of both of these scenes about, evil coming out of the river or something like that, or sins coming out of the river, or going back to the river, whatever. I don't know. Going down to hell in the river. I don't exactly know the purpose of these two scenes. That being said, if you get rid of those two scenes and just take the middle portion of the film, it's a pretty straight up slasher type thing with religious context. There's a lot of little religious subtext thrown in here and there. Essentially, these people are all being killed for, they all make up part of the, essentially like the deadly sins. Before 7 was around, there was 6, apparently. Because there's only 6 of these people. So I guess there's one that was gluttonous, one that there's a gay guy and a lesbian, and somebody who's vain. And essentially they're all getting killed because of their sins. Yeah. I'm giving away a lot of this movie. But there's not a lot of gore. Not a lot of gore in this film. There is a little bit, but not a lot. So, if you're looking for a slasher with some crazy, awesome kills, you're not really going to be too pleased. But I do think that the whole religious subtext and stuff that was going along with this whole high school reunion kill thing was a little different. I did think there were a couple of kill type sequences where they were a little different. I don't want to get into them because, I'll at least let you enjoy the reveals of some of this stuff. But, yeah, I know you're chomping at the bit. You want to say something.
Well, I don't know if I can say it.
Just go for it.
I thought at the beginning of the movie that the kid gave the priest the extra thumb. Oh, sorry. I spoiled it.
How'd you spoil it?
You just said digits. You didn't say which one.
Oh, what does that spoil? So
and then at the end, it's like he gave it back.
But that was the same time period. Like this.
I'm just saying, I thought he gave it to him to begin with.
Oh, maybe.
Because I was like, what the... Now he has another... What?
Yeah, I know. It was weird. It appeared. I don't know.
This is stupid. It's so stupid. And I can't even believe that you're saying, okay, whatever, the reunion thing was all right. No.
What? Really?
No.
Not enough blood for you?
It was so
Kills weren't crazy enough?
Oh my god. And I was only half watching.
I don't know. The killer puts on all sorts of different masks and costumes. I like that. Yeah. I did have one big gripe about the film. And I think you probably picked up on it as well, is they're showing up for their high school reunion. And right off the bat, they are the only ones there. And when they get there, the doors are locked.
Yeah.
And when, they wrap out the doors, somebody has to be in the school. We're having our high school reunion. And a guy opens the door and he's like, I don't know of any high school reunion. I guess he's supposed to be the janitor. And they're like, but the sign's right there. It says, welcome home class of 67. And he's like, I don't have my glasses on. But meanwhile, they then proceed to the gymnasium and it's like all fully decorated. Tables everywhere. In fact, there's like a banquet table laid out. And still, there is nobody there. So who decorated? How did the janitor not know about the decorations? You would think he goes to the gymnasium. And the only thing they can think of is, who cares? Let's eat.
Yeah, I'd be out of there.
I get it. These are supposed to be people who are sinful, so maybe their sins overwhelm their sense of decency, and maybe we should wait for the people who are putting this on, or B, maybe we shouldn't eat all the food without anybody else. Like even if you're not going to wait, it's like they literally just jump into it and start just devouring the food, which is another nice little thing when they're sitting there. It's almost like the Last Supper, the way they're sitting there at the table. Speaking of religious iconography and such.
You're analyzing it too much. It's just a piece of garbage.
She didn't pay close enough attention to catch all the nuances.
I didn't want to. Not in school. It's not a project. No.
But that being said, it does fall prey to being early on in the slasher genre. The acting is, some people I've heard don't like the acting from the 6 individuals, finding it a little bit too caricaturish, I think. But at the same time, I think it was okay. But yeah, if you had to give it a rating, what would you give it?
1.5.
1.5. Holy crow! I'm leaning more towards 2.5, 3-ish.
You cannot give that a 3. You cannot give that a 3.
I'm leaning towards it. If there had been more gore to the kills, it'd definitely be a 3.
Wow.
But outside of the bookended weird openings and stuff, I didn't really have a problem with the film. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you? I can't. That's it.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a silly little slasher film. It's just a fun way to sit back and watch it type thing. No? Alright. She's not recommending it, clearly.
No. No. No.
I don't know.
No, maybe your friends would like it. I can't.
This is clearly... Leslie's not the target market for a film like this.
No, because I like good movies.
She likes the only top 10% of the films, because everything below that wouldn't be a good movie to her.
That is not true. I don't like a lot of high budget stuff.
I didn't say high budget. I said top 10 of the films.
I still probably don't like a lot of those. I'm very picky.
Very
you should
picky.
be lucky you're sitting right there.
That's right. I'm top 10%, baby. But yeah, I you know what? I give this, especially, slasher fans probably know, and they've probably watched this and seen it. And if they haven't, and they're sitting waiting for a slasher film they haven't seen, here it is, The Redeemer, Son of Satan. Just, don't worry about the son of... Yeah, see, even the kids on the cover,
Yeah, but the cover to me is the best part of the whole thing.
It is a pretty sweet cover. Look at that cover. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. But I do like, you know what? Like I said it before going in. I think that marionette thing looked cool. It was cool in the movie too.
It was alright.
It was the marionette was all right. You heard it here, folks. She's changing her mind right in front of your eyes.
I'm not. I'm so not. No. I didn't give it a 0.
No, she
okay?
didn't give it a 0. She didn't give it a 0. But yeah, I don't know how easy it is to track down. But if you can,
just borrow it from somebody. Don't pay money for that piece of crap. Oh my god.
give it a shot. Again, we're talking low budget, early slasher. That's not, I wouldn't say it's a work of art compared to some of the other ones. Obviously, it's just slasher film. It's just out there. It's no mainstream. You know, you gotta love it. It's not even campy. It's not funny. It's not got a lot of gore, and you're wondering why I would say watch it. Because it's a slasher film. And if you like slasher films, it doesn't matter how bad they are, you just like them. And that's why you should watch it.
No. You know what that's like? It's like you got your brand name stuff, then you got your like kind of no name, but not really no name, like President's Choice, and if you don't know what that is, too bad for you. And then you got like your no name, right? This is worse than no name.
She's like, this is knockoff Chinese branded stuff. This is, I don't know, Sonyo or
Yeah.
Panabonic,
Yeah. Yes.
you know, or Robex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
This movie's been brought to you by Code Dead. Knockoff Chinese. No. But yeah, there you go. The Redeemer, Son of Satan. Clearly, we're not seeing eye to eye on this one. But it's up to you to choose who you believe and whether you're going to check it out or not. Anyways, still more 31 Days of Horror to come.
Oh my god.
I don't know if Leslie's going to make it. This is probably the most she's ever watched.
And it's the worst.
Yeah, and she picked them. I gave her...
Out of the choices that you give me.
I gave you like 40 movies you could pick from, and you picked this one. Well, he picked this one, but still.
Most of them are 0s, I'm pretty sure. So. No more Code Reds. I'm checking the back now. That's
Apparently, Code Red and Vinegar Syndrome are going to be out for the rest of the month.
The rest of forever. I'm done. I'm done. You watch those on your own.
Oh,
I'm
man.
done.
I'm just totally watching them.
Nope, I'm done.
Yep. Anyways, more to come. Thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.
I'm totally done. That's it.
Oh, you're so watching.
No, this is bullshit.